I'm so honored to be receiving this award in the memory of Dr. Ruth Wong, because she was really a truly remarkable person. I read her biography and it was so inspiring. She had a very humble upbringing and then went on to get a PhD at Harvard. That's an accomplishment itself. But to me, what speaks to me is that she was one of the first researchers in the world to say, we need to have teacher education as a discipline. And teacher educators need to be extremely well educated. And she played such a key role in rethinking, reinvigorating the entire Singapore education system, which is now ranked in the top of the world. And I think we can look to Ruth's scholarship, her commitment to research, but also her caring. When you read her biography, you see that she cared for every single person. And I hope that I can continue in her tradition of doing research and caring for the many stakeholders involved in education. Being at this conference in Singapore, I find so inspiring because it allows me to connect with other teacher educators and researchers around the world, which I think will inform the next steps of my work. I plan to continue our longitudinal study for many more years. I intend to look at teacher educators, specifically the impact of the political context on their identity and work, and do more research on graduates from teacher ed programs. Yes, this is a lofty agenda, but it's so important because this is all for teachers and children, and what is more important than our teachers and our children? My research over the last 20 years has looked at teachers and teacher education. And one of the first big studies that I did was to look at the graduates from teacher ed programs. How do we know what we are doing in teacher education works? Because so often the research ends when the graduates finish the program. So have we been effective? Have we prepared people for 21st century schooling? So along with my colleague Clive Beck, we have been following 40 teachers for 13 years, making it the largest longitudinal study in the world. And from this in-depth research, we have been able to identify 7 priorities in teacher education. And this is the first time anyone has said, these are the priorities for teacher education. Maybe they aren't the right priorities, but it's a whole different way to think about teacher education. And as I was doing this and I'm interviewing these teachers, their teacher educators figured so prominently in what they had learned. So I thought, we need to study teacher educators. So I am now involved with a large-scale study of 28 literacy, English, language arts teacher educators in 4 countries: Canada, the US, Australia, and England. And this work has been fascinating because with communication changing rapidly because of digital technology, how do we prepare teachers to teach reading, writing in a digital age? From this research, we've been able to identify 4 spheres of knowledge that teacher educators need. And alongside that, we've been able to identify what should happen in teacher education to help prepare beginning teachers. So the two studies work together as beautiful companions looking at teachers, teacher educators, and teacher education programs.